Welcome to this PCG tutorial showcase. First, you'll need to open your project plugins, enable the PCG plugin, and then restart your project. Once you have the PCG plugin installed, you can download the Ancient Chinese City Environment Asset Pack or the Hong Kong Street Asset Set Collection from Fab. Both of these packs include a basic PCG building demo for you to try out. One crucial thing to keep in mind, though, is that you'll need Unreal Engine 5.5 or higher. If possible, I highly recommend starting with the Ancient Chinese City Environment Asset Pack. It's the better option to begin with, and it's actually receiving continuous updates this week. Now, let's open the PCG folder. Grab the BP_building blueprint and drag it straight into the level. It's really that simple. A basic building appears instantly. Of course, you can also take a screenshot like this and apply it to the blueprint asset. This changes its thumbnail to show your actual building design, making it super easy to find exactly the blueprint you need at a single glance. And there we go. We can change the building's look simply by moving the blueprint's spline points. It's that easy. PCG automatically recalculates the length, width, and corner positions for you. Now, as you can see, the outer railings and stairs aren't in this current build, but they will be added later this week in the 1.07 update for the Ancient Chinese City pack. Also, you might notice that a few railings occasionally disappear. Don't worry about it. It's just a quick spline point placement issue. When that happens, just try to pull the nearby spline points to make them perfectly perpendicular, and the problem is solved. On the right side of the Details panel, you'll see the Floors option. It's set to 3 right now, which means a 3-story building. But we can change this to 5, 10, or even 100, and in less than a second, PCG completely updates the floor count for you. Of course, ancient buildings were never actually this tall, unless, you're trying to build an ancient-style cyberpunk environment. Great! Next, we have a trigger box to specify exactly where the doors go. All you need to do is add a door tag to the trigger box, then overlap it with the generated PCG points at your desired location. The door will appear instantly. And yes, you can place multiple doors this way. Just like with the doors, if we change the tag to Remove Walls, we can instantly delete the walls. Simply scale up the trigger box to cover the walls you don't need, and they're gone. This makes it super easy to build things like a complex connecting 2 buildings of different heights, or even adding a suspended bridge in the middle. Actually, there's a building exactly like this right in the PCG demo level. Feel free to jump in and check it out if you're interested. Oh, I almost forgot. To avoid accidentally deleting adjacent walls, keep in mind that the angle of the trigger box matters. If the trigger box is rotated at a 90-degree angle relative to the wall, that wall won't be deleted. So if a wall you want to remove isn't disappearing, just rotate the trigger box by 90 or 270 degrees, and that should fix it. Now, let's move on to the stairs. It works the exact same way, but you'll change the tag to Stairs. This will spawn the staircase and automatically remove the overlapping floor panels. Sometimes the alignment between the floor and the stairs might be slightly off. Just take your time to nudge the position manually and it'll line up perfectly. If you want to globally customize the staircase height or position, you can easily adjust the offset and scale values directly inside the data asset. Now, let's see how to add a brand new wall into our PCG system. First, combine your wall and window parts into a single static mesh.
and make sure to reset its pivot point. Since all the other walls have their pivots set to the bottom left corner, we'll set this new one to the bottom left as well. This allows it to perfectly replace or be added into the wall array inside our data asset. Another thing to keep in mind, our standard walls are built using a 400-unit grid, so if you're planning to swap out the regular wall mesh, it's best to design your custom asset with a matching width of around 400 units. Right here is where our data asset is located. Think of the data asset as the master storage for all your building components, like walls, doors, pillars, and railings. It also stores individual offsets, scales, and rotations for each part. By duplicating or creating a new data asset and swapping it into the PCG system, you can instantly generate a building with a completely different architectural style. And just like before, you can add screenshots to your data assets to easily tell them apart. Currently, swapping data assets directly on the Blueprint Details panel isn't supported in this build, but it will be available in an update coming later this week or next. Of course, if you're already familiar with PCG and blueprinting, adding this functionality yourself should be a breeze.
Up next, I'll show you some blueprint settings for changing pillar sizes, adjusting the roof railing height, and tweaking other custom parameters. Also, yes, the buildings do have fully generated interiors. However, if the overall building size is too small, there might not be enough clearance for the rooms to spawn. If that happens, you can simply adjust the minimum room dimensions inside the data asset, or just scale up the building itself.
Thank you so much for watching this PCG showcase. As you can see, the building isn't quite a complete ancient structure just yet. It's still missing some traditional roofs and decorative elements. Moving forward, I'll be gradually refining the models and integrating them into the PCG logic to make it even easier for everyone to build full ancient city environments. Lastly, I want to give a huge thank you to Bread Operator here on YouTube for pushing for this PCG system. Your interest really gave me the motivation to put this showcase and tutorial together. More importantly, seeing people follow, support, and purchase my work gives me an incredible amount of drive to keep pushing these updates. Bread Operator is also a game creator himself, so for other creators watching this, I highly recommend checking out his channel for some amazing game dev content. Thank you all so much, and see you next time.